Hey folks, Ash here from being SWENGLISH, and I've not been feeling particularly well this last week, so hence the slowdown in content. I don't think it's COVID, but just as a precaution, because we have my little boy's birthday party coming up, and obviously I don't want to pass and spread the disease, I'm getting a COVID test. So you go online, you book it online, and basically it's like a drive-through. Think of like a McDonald's drive-through. I booked 11 o'clock, but I'm in a queue of cars right now, where it seems that everyone else booked 11 o'clock as well. You can't actually see the queue. But I just drove past a guy and I said, you know, what time did you book? He said 11. So I think everyone else does as well. But basically, as far as I understand, you grab a test, you test yourself in the car yourself, and that's it. So it's quite a nice idea, really. So they've just popped out to see me, given me, taken my driving licence, asked me to repeat my person number to them, and now she's disappeared. Oh, she's coming back with a bag, and I think this will be the actual test kit. We'll see. So I've now got some paperwork that unfortunately is not in English, so I'm going to have to use Google Translate to actually understand what on earth I need to do here. I've got a weird little testing thing here, a bag as well. Oh, let's get translating. So this is not a particularly nice process, but basically you take this out of here. I'm sorry folks for this, look away if you're squeamish, but you have to not touch your teeth or anything else. You have to just literally swab the very, very back of your throat for a period of, 10 seconds or so it says. So here we go, let's do that. Oh, that's horrible. Put the same sample up your nose, the same swab, as high as you can it says, for 10 seconds and turn it slowly. Oh, it feels horrible. And then it says to take it out very, very slowly. And finally it says to spit some saliva in here, into this little tray that you get, and dip the thing into that saliva as well. It's basically to get as many bodily fluids, I think, out of you as they possibly can. And then finally put it back in the tube and go back to the testing station, and they basically then do the results. But I tell you what, this process is not very pleasant. And I tell you what, the bunch of hypochondriacs who are most likely in that queue, who have no symptoms or anything, they're just curious, probably will regret it after they have to go through doing this. So sealing it all up in the plastic bag and then drop it back to them, basically. Oh. Tack så mycket. Hej då. So that's the COVID test. Basically, I believe you find the results out in a day or two online. So until then, if you suspect you've got it, you've just got to be careful and stay in really and away from everybody. But I would not want to do that test process to with a kid. Absolutely not, because that is uncomfortable. Sticking that thing in your throat for 5 seconds. Wiggling it up your nose as far as you can stick it for 10 seconds. Not a very pleasant experience. And as I say, I think there are a lot of hypochondriacs out there who are sure that they have COVID, even when they're actually not ill. And I think that process will probably put them off if they watch this video first. But if you are in any doubt, if you do genuinely think you've got it, then go and have a test. You know, that's what it's there for. But it should be used only if you believe that you really are ill and you are suffering from something that might be contagious. So would you believe it? The very next day, I got a text message on my phone saying, you've got a result to check. I was like, what? It was only the day before that I actually did the test. I feel much better today, by the way. Anyway, so I logged into the Swedish site, which is like the Swedish National Health, their equivalent of the NHS, basically. And unlike in the UK, everything's centralised here. So you log in, you can book your doctor's appointments, you can see the status of any tests that you've requested, etc. So I logged in, I looked at there and it said, you are negative, you do not have COVID. Yay! So came at a perfect time really, because we knew it wasn't COVID because Ellis had suffered exactly the same symptoms as well. And we know that kids generally don't show the symptoms of COVID, and yet me and my other half she had a COVID test a week ago. And so therefore we knew that it wasn't COVID, but I just wanted to be sure anyway. And so yeah, really, really impressive process, really rapid, incredible the turnaround on that, really impressive. Anyway, so that's a relief. Anyway, have a really nice week, folks, and see you on the next one.